Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel for another deep dive.
Yes, welcome back.
Today we're tackling something that's a real pain in the neck, or should I say a real
Pain in the,
pain in the ear.
there you go, yeah.
Snoring.
Snoring.
We're talking about Snore Away.
That's right.
This product claims to help you
Claims to help.
get rid of that snoring.
Yes.
Now I know some of you might be thinking, oh no, not another one of these things.
Right, another gadget, another gizmo.
Exactly. But
Oh,
we're going to unpack it.
We are.
Before you hit that skip button,
Please don't.
we've done the deep dive.
Yes.
We went through the marketing materials.
Absolutely.
We read the user reviews.
We did our homework.
So whether you're ready to hit buy now or you're like me, a little bit skeptical, but
Hopeful.
hopeful, we're here to break it all down.
That's right.
So to get started,
Yeah.
what exactly is Snore Away?
So Snore Away, it's this small rechargeable device, and you wear it while you sleep. And they're really pushing this dual turbo vortex technology.
It sounds intense.
It does sound pretty intense, yeah.
Dual turbo vortex.
Yeah. So from what I've gathered, the idea is that this dual vortex system is it helps to open up your airways,
Okay.
promotes smoother airflow. They claim it nebulizes and moisturizes the air you breathe,
Okay.
filters it, and ultimately should lead to less snoring.
See, that's where I get a little skeptical.
I understand.
Dual turbo vortex.
Right.
Sounds like a sci-fi movie.
It does sound a little bit like something out of a movie.
Is there any real science behind this?
That's a great question. And honestly, the materials that we have don't really go into a ton of detail about how it works.
Yeah.
They focus more on the results.
Okay.
So it'd be nice if they were a little bit more transparent about the technology.
Yeah.
So consumers can really make an informed decision.
For sure. But for the sake of this deep dive,
Mm-hmm.
let's say this dual turbo vortex technology really does what they say it does.
Okay.
What benefits are we talking about here?
They claim it can do a lot.
Like what?
Well, they say it can stop snoring, obviously,
Okay.
improve your breathing, correct mouth breathing habits, even address issues like dry mouth.
Wow, if it does all that, it could be a game changer for a lot of people.
It would be huge.
We all know after a good night's sleep, you have more energy.
Oh,
You're focused.
absolutely.
You're in a better mood.
It can make or break your day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not just about feeling better, though, right?
No, you're right.
Because chronic snoring can be a sign of something more serious.
It can be, yeah, like sleep apnea,
Right.
which is nothing to mess around with.
Right.
And it's important to note that Snore Away is not marketed as a medical device.
Right.
So it shouldn't be seen as a replacement for professional medical advice.
Of course not.
Yeah.
But it's got to be better than those CPAP machines.
Well,
I mean, if you
yeah.
can help with snoring even a little bit.
yeah. I mean, those CPAP machines,
So cumbersome.
they can be a bit much for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if this is a good alternative,
Right. And speaking of comfort, they really do try to hit on that selling point.
okay.
They emphasize the sleek design, portable, and it comes with different sized silicone nose plugs for like a custom fit.
So we've talked about the technology. We've talked
Yeah.
about these supposed benefits, the comfort.
Yeah.
But what are people actually saying?
Yeah. What about the users?
Yeah. Did we find any reviews that stood out to you?
We did. We found some really interesting feedback from users.
Okay.
There was one reviewer, Ken S. from New York, and he mentioned that Snore Away really helped him breathe better at night, saying it really opened up his nasal passages.
That's a big one for me.
Yeah.
I know if my nose is stuffed up,
Oh, yeah.
forget
Not
about
only
it.
sleep for you.
I'm tossing and turning all night.
Tossing and turning,
Well,
exactly.
that's it.
Yeah, and then there was Amy G. from Los Angeles,
Okay.
and she had tried other anti-snoring devices,
Oh, like what?
like mouth guards, those head straps,
Yeah.
and she found Snore Away to be much more comfortable.
Comfort's got to be key.
Oh, for sure.
Can you imagine trying to sleep with a mouth guard in?
I can't even imagine.
Or one of those head straps?
No, thank you.
No.
So yeah, she was really happy about the comfort level.
Did anyone compare it to a CPAP?
Interestingly, yes.
Really?
A reviewer named Daniel J. from Dallas,
Okay.
he actually mentioned Snore Away as a possible alternative to those CPAP machines.
Wow.
He really highlighted the cost effectiveness,
Makes sense.
which makes sense. CPAP machines can be very expensive.
Oh, yeah. They're not cheap.
No,
So we got breathing, improvement, comfort, and it's cheaper than a CPAP.
that's what people are saying.
Sounds like a winner to me.
It sounds pretty good.
But we got to play devil's advocate here.
Of course we do.
What about the downsides?
Well, I think one concern is that effectiveness can vary from
Yeah.
person to person.
Yeah.
Snoring can be caused by all sorts of things. Your anatomy, sleep position, allergies, weight,
So many things.
so many things, yeah.
What works for one person may not work for another.
Exactly. It's like with any health-related product, there's no one-size-fits-all solution.
Right. And even if this Snore Away does help reduce snoring,
Yeah,
we can't forget it's not a cure
definitely not.
for any underlying medical conditions.
Exactly. It's important to address the root cause of the snoring,
Right.
not just the symptom.
Yeah. You got to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, and that's where, talking to a healthcare professional is so important.
Right.
They can help you figure out the best course of action, whether it's lifestyle changes, a specific device, or, even medical intervention.
So it sounds like Snore Away could be a tool.
A tool in the toolbox.
Yeah, but it's not a magic wand.
No magic wand.
And you definitely can't replace the advice of a medical professional.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so we do have those positive reviews.
Yeah, generally positive.
But we got to remember
Yeah,
that not everyone's going to have that same experience.
you're right. Some people might find it uncomfortable
Yeah.
or ineffective.
And you got to think about the people who aren't leaving reviews.
That's a good point.
Like the people who hate it.
Right. They might not be as motivated to share their experience.
Exactly.
So it's always good to take those online reviews with a grain of salt.
Yeah, you can't always trust everything you read online.
No, you can't.
You got to do your research.
Absolutely. And speaking of research, I think it's worth mentioning that the information we have doesn't really go into detail about any clinical studies
Yeah,
or scientific evidence to support Snore Away's claims.
that is kind of a red flag.
It would be nice to see some more data.
Right. Like, is there any research to back up these bold statements?
Yeah, a little more transparency on that front would be great.
Okay, so where does that leave us?
Good question.
We got this product.
We do.
Some good features.
Yeah.
People seem to like it.
Some positive feedback.
But we don't really know much about the technology,
Right.
and there's not a lot of science backing it up.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a mixed bag.
It is a mixed bag.
Yeah.
So what would you say to someone who's thinking about buying this?
Well, I think that's the big question here.
Yeah, like what are your next steps?
Yeah.
If you're thinking about buying this, I'd say first things first.
Yeah,
Do your research.
absolutely.
Don't just take the marketing materials at face value.
Right.
Look for some independent reviews.
Yeah, maybe from some sleep experts.
Right.
Or consumer advocacy groups.
See what they have to say.
Yeah. What are their thoughts on the effectiveness, the comfort, any drawbacks?
Yeah, get a range of perspectives.
Especially for health-related products.
For sure. And while you're doing that,
Yeah.
you might as well explore some other options
Okay.
for snoring.
So other anti-snoring solutions.
Yeah. What else is out there?
Right. Like what else could you try?
Like nasal strips.
Yeah, nasal strips can help open up those nasal passages.
Changing your sleep position.
Right.
That can help sometimes.
That's positional therapy.
Positional therapy. There you go.
Yeah.
Even lifestyle changes.
Lifestyle changes are huge.
Yeah. Losing weight,
Mm-hmm.
not drinking before bed.
Yeah, avoiding alcohol before bed can make a big difference.
Right. It's easy to get laser focused on that one product.
Totally.
But sometimes the best solution is not a product at all.
Right.
It's just changing your habits a little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes the simplest solution is the best one.
Exactly. But no matter what,
Yeah.
talk to your doctor.
Always a good idea.
They can assess your situation,
Mm.
figure out what's causing the snoring,
Right.
and recommend the best course of action.
Because they might say, hey, you know what, you need a specific device, or
Right.
you need to make these lifestyle changes, or,
Maybe even medical intervention.
maybe even medical intervention. Exactly.
And they can rule out any serious conditions too,
That's a good point.
like sleep apnea.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't going to help with that.
No, this is not intended to treat sleep apnea
Right. Yeah.
or other sleep disorders.
Okay, so let's sum it all up.
Okay.
Snore Away. It's this comfortable, convenient, possibly effective solution for snoring.
Yeah.
They talk about this sleek design. It's rechargeable. You can get different sized nose plugs.
Yeah, they're really emphasizing that custom fit.
Right. People seem to like it. They say it
Yep.
helps them breathe better.
Mm.
It's more comfortable than other devices.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper than a CPAP.
Right.
But-
Yeah, but
We got to be a little skeptical,
yeah, I think a healthy dose of skepticism is always a good idea.
especially because we don't know a lot about the technology.
Right. They're not really giving us much detail there.
And there's not a lot of science to back up their claims.
Not a lot of hard evidence.
So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
the decision of whether or not to buy this is up to you.
It's a personal decision.
Do your research,
Absolutely.
weigh the pros and cons,
Hmm.
and talk to your doctor.
Your doctor can give you the best advice for your specific situation.
Now, if you are interested in checking out Snore Away,
Yeah.
You can find a link in the first comment and the video description.
That'll take you to the official website.
Make sure you buy it from the official website.
Yeah, you don't want to end up with a counterfeit product,
Right.
especially for something you're using while you sleep.
No, you definitely don't.
So be safe out there.
There you have it, everyone. Our deep dive into Snore Away.
Hope you learned something.
Hopefully this helps you make a decision.
Yeah, make an informed decision.
Sleep well, everybody.